Hey guys, so it is the beginning of another month, which is crazy. I posted on my Facebook page a couple of days ago. Whatever, just go check it out because I can't explain memes very well. But that's how I feel. I'm like, it's May, this is crazy. So I wanted to talk about some of my goals for last month that I set for myself, how those went, and what my goals are for the month of May. They're definitely different than traditional goals that I set here, so be forewarned, it's not a standard goals video. So last month, my parenting goal was to take each kid out for some one-on-one time, or just spend some one-on-one time with them intentionally, not just like bringing one of them with me to the grocery store. So that was really sweet. I took Eli, I asked him where he wanted to go. Funny, kind of embarrassing story. So I'm sharing with confidence that you guys are not going to judge me for this, but he thinks my favorite restaurant is Applebee's. And the story behind that is that my husband, he can't stand chain restaurants. I mean, I don't love them either, but I kind of do. So I was kind of bickering with him, and we were having a little, I don't know. I was being a brat. And I was like, and you know what? Because I like to watch the news. And he doesn't like to watch the news. So I had it on and I was like, I always have to change the news when you come in the room. So I was like, and you know what? I really like Applebee's too, because my mom and I will go to Applebee's, you know, once a month or so with the kids. And that's just where we've always gone. And John's always like, where'd you go? Applebee's again? Because again, he's not the biggest fan of chain restaurants. And so for whatever reason, we're talking and I was just like, you know what, I like Applebee's too. Like, so don't make fun of my Applebee's. I'm gonna leave my news on. Eli heard me say that. And so when I told him I was gonna take him out to lunch, he was like, Mommy, let's go to your favorite restaurant, Applebee's. So I was like, okay, let's go to Applebee's. It's also, he thinks it's his favorite restaurant too. He thinks whatever restaurant we go to is his favorite, as long as they have chocolate milk and french fries. So we went out, we went to Applebee's. That was so sweet. We had the best time. He didn't know what to do with himself being one-on-one with me. It kind of reminded me of the days before he was old enough to go to summer camps with the big kids, and we would just walk around Target. And he would just kind of be like, what do I do? So that was fun. It was a really special time. Then we did go to Target. I let him pick out a little toy because he's 5 and that's his love language. And we had a sweet time. My 7-year-old, I took him to a local pottery painting studio. He thought about it all day long. He talked about it all day. He was like, this is our date night. He was so excited. What I love about that is that when we got there, I just intended for him to paint something. And we got there and he was like, well, what are you gonna paint? Like he just wanted me to participate too. So that made it even more fun. So he and I both painted something. That was a special time. And I love that he knew what to do. He enjoyed that time with me. He didn't feel awkward being alone. It was kind of affirming to me that my kids are not as overlooked as I sometimes feel like they feel that they are. So he just really relished in that time together, and he enjoyed it, and he's looking forward to the next time that we go out like that. My daughter, like I said, I didn't do anything one-on-one with her. And well, I mean, I take her to dance 2 days a week, just she and I. We did dance pictures, things like that. But I didn't do a specific one-on-one trip with her because, you know, a week before April started, I had taken her on a 3-day trip to Disney, just she and I. And I didn't have a lot more time in our schedule to do another dedicated night out. My little one, Annabeth, during our spring break, my older kids went to sleepovers at different grandparents' house and to get some one-on-one time with them as well. And so I planned it all for one specific day so that John and I could have some one-on-one time with our toddler. And she just loved it. She was so cute. We did a tea party with her, and we did finger painting with her, and she apparently would have loved to have been an only child. So that is how that goal went. It was really sweet. It was really special for me. And now John and I are talking about taking each of our kids on a one-on-one trip to Disney this year, where we have our passes just for the day, not for a weekend, but just to spend a full day one-on-one time with them. So that inspired another long-term goal. My personal goal last month what was my personal goal? Oh, it was to get outside more with the kids, and naturally it's beach weather, it's pool weather, so I felt like that happened. There were some days where I didn't want to, but because it was my goal this month, it was in the forefront of my mind, we loaded up and went for a bike ride. And as soon as I was, you know, halfway down the street, I just felt so much better. I felt like we were connecting well. It's really good for me to get outside and actually play with them versus getting outside and doing my Bible study while they play. So that was really good and really special. It inspired a lot more family picnics. I think I mentioned that my father-in-law lives a mile away. My mom lives just under 2 miles away. So it's easy to load up a picnic lunch and go for a bike ride and go sit in somebody else's yard or go to the playground down the road and have a picnic there. So that was good and it went well, and it definitely, like I said, there were a couple days where, because it was my goal, it happened where it wouldn't have happened, but also naturally, like, I just get outside more with them this time of year. So that was fun and that was good as well. The homeschool goal was to garden, which is something that I've wanted to do I've decided to do. I don't want to. Decided to do this school year as the kids' handicraft. We were doing a Peter Rabbit unit study, so I decided this is the time to do a garden. So we planted okra and some bell pepper that grows well in the Florida summer. And that was 2 weeks ago. So we're getting some sprouts, we're getting some growth, but I'm not confident that it's going to be something. There was a year where we actually did a garden. We grew cucumber, okra, and kale, and it was so great. Like, it went really well. I don't know how I figured that out that year, and we planted them as seeds. We grew the seedlings, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure that what we're gonna have to do, because the kids are now super into it, they're like so excited to garden. I think I'm just gonna have to find the plants, organic, already potted, and just plant those, because this is the part that I always struggle with. It's like sprouting them and planting them and transferring them and doing all that, right? I'm not good at that. So I don't know, I'm probably just gonna have to do that. The kids will still think we grew it because, you know, if you grow it from here to an actual vegetable, I mean, they're just happy to get outside and be doing something, and that would be a step in the right direction for me. So I think for my confidence, I'm gonna have to do that first before I move on to trying to do it all, you know, from the beginning. So we did officially get our hands in the dirt, and that's how so is that goal accomplished? I don't know. We'll see. I think this month I'm gonna go ahead and try. I have to go to the garden center anyway to get some houseplants, so I might just see what they have, and we might just plant some pre-started plants. And then our family goal was to get a good chore system going, to kind of revamp that now that the kids are older, now that our schedules are just different. The reason that we haven't gotten a perfect chore system down yet is because as we started working on their rooms with them and trying to get them to do things efficiently, we realized that there were just some things that needed to change. And then it was Way Day, so I ordered the kids new beds from Wayfair. Well, the girls just got new beds from Pottery Barn, but so I bought the boys new beds, and then we kind of redid their room, and then I started redoing the living room, and then John built me shelves, and everything's different. And then also John had been asking me for a few months if I would reconsider getting a cleaning crew again. We did that for years and years and years, and I told him no, because I was like, no, I was taking it so personally, like, you just want me to get a cleaning crew because you think I'm doing a terrible job. I mean, I didn't say this, but I'm super prideful about this kind of thing. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it, because I'm gonna do this myself, and I can do this myself. And then there was a day where I caught myself doing dishes and wasting time that we could be at the beach, and the kids were ready, and it was gonna rain, and I wanted to go, and I was like, you know what? This is causing such an attitude issue for me with the kids. He's wanting to just help me out. He doesn't think I'm drowning. He just wants to help. So I'm just gonna do it. So I did hire a company. I really am hopeful that I will like this crew. I really loved our old crew, but they're not together anymore. So twice a month, they're gonna come do the deep cleaning for me. And if that goes well, then the kids I won't have to be, you know, doing like the super deep cleaning on our weekly chore rotation. So we'll see how that goes. But we did make things more efficient for them, and now their rooms and their bathroom and our living room and our kitchen is staying more consistently picked up. And I think it's just because we did some rearranging and some organizing that desperately needed to be done. So give me a few weeks and hopefully I will have a good new chore system video for you, because I desperately want a good system. I love a good system. Even if our house is staying tidy, I want it to be like on paper and a checklist and a system because that's my personality. I really like checklists and things like that. So I will try to get that to you guys here soon. It just depends on how this transition goes and if we keep this company or switch to another one or whatever. But I will have a clean with me video going up next week that you guys will see, that I'm excited for that. I did some deep cleaning, like some spring cleaning, as we were rearranging things. So that'll be next week. So my goals for the month of May, if you noticed, I didn't share like my new family goal when I shared our old family goal, and that is because we are gonna end the school year the end of this month. We're gonna take June off and get back to it in July. And so I'm just wanting to focus on enjoying the end of this year with the kids. It's my last year just homeschooling too. Next year, Eli will be a part of it. I'm not wanting to burn myself out before I spend a lot of time in June planning. And I think I just feel like I'm in a really good place, and there's not necessarily anything that I'm wanting to super focus on outside of just getting school done and enjoying this season and the weather and things like that with the kids. So my goal for May is to just finish our school year, enjoy it, enjoy our evenings now that the sun's out longer, things like that, and just kind of take a personal growth rest and get back to it in June. So I will have a goals video for you in June, but it'll be shorter because I won't have much to talk about as far as what my goals were for May. And then the end of this month, let me check my schedule real quick. Okay, yeah, so I think May 24th or so is when I'm sharing my end of the school year review and where we got in all of our curriculum and things like that. So that will be the end of our school year. So I will see you guys soon for another video in a couple of days. Until then, let me know in the comments what some of your goals are for the month of May, or how you did if you set goals for the month of April. See you guys later.